Welcome to the West Wing Week, your guide to everything that's happening at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. This week, the president highlighted America's job growth streak, met with financial regulators, and with a group of civically engaged high schoolers. He also hosted the Prime Minister of Canada for a state visit. That's March 4th to March 10th, or you'd choose today.
If there was a moment in history in which to be born, and you didn't know ahead of time whether you're going to be rich or poor, black or white, you'd choose today.
On Friday, the president announced that the U.S. economy added 242,000 jobs in the month of February, extending the longest streak of private sector job growth on record to 72 months. On Sunday, the vice president and Dr. Biden flew halfway around the world to the Middle East to begin a three-country tour of the region. On Monday, the vice president toured the Grand Mosque of Abu Dhabi. He and Dr. Biden then visited the troops and coalition forces at a base in the UAE. Later that night, the vice president met with the Crown Prince of the United Arab Emirates. Back at the White House, the president sat down for a robust discussion on financial reform with our nation's independent financial regulators.
Made sure that the monitoring and the reporting by these institutions is much more stringent than it used to be.
On Tuesday, the president met with young leaders from across the country who are participating in the U.S. Senate Youth Program. As the opening sequence revealed, the president took the occasion to offer some presidential perspective.
We've got some big problems like climate change that we've got to get on top of. There's growing inequality that is happening because of globalization. But overall, it's a great time to be young and full of purpose. So take advantage of it.
Meanwhile, across the globe in the United Arab Emirates, Dr. Biden honored International Women's Day and dropped in on a school to meet with students, entrepreneurs, and science leaders. The vice president and Dr. Biden then continued on to Israel and got the visit started with a meeting with former President Perez, where they talked about furthering peace efforts in the region and met with young Israeli and Palestinian soccer players. Finally, the vice president met with hardworking American embassy staff and their kids stationed in Tel Aviv. On Wednesday, the vice president met with Prime Minister Netanyahu, then President Rivlin, and later traveled to Ramallah to meet with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas. Thursday, the vice president and Dr. Biden traveled to Jordan. Back at the People's House, the president and first lady welcomed the Prime Minister of Canada, Right Honorable Justin Trudeau, and Mrs. Sophie Gregoire Trudeau for an official visit and state dinner. The meetings allowed the two leaders to deepen their bilateral relationship and advance cooperation on important issues to both our countries, including energy, climate change, national security, and of course the economy. So stay engaged with us online, and remember, you can find out more information about any of these topics and see complete videos of these events at whitehouse.gov. Thanks to all our viewers so much for checking out this edition of your West Wing Week.
Hey, Princess, how are you?
I scared her, Dad.